Hello, everyone. Long time no see. So today I'm doing something that I've never done before. Wendy's. This is the first time that I've ever done a Wendy's eating show. Now, it might not be too hot. Ooh, look at those. So I'm normally not a Wendy's person. However, when I was moving, my daughter likes Wendy's, and it was like, I think it was around midnight. We were hungry. I had nothing in the house to eat. You know, we were packing everything up. So she wanted to go to Wendy's, so we went to Wendy's. And I got, and she got, well, I think she got the regular Baconator. And I got the son of a Baconator. And it was pretty darn good. So that is what I got tonight. I got the son of a Baconator and a fry. So it's got 2 patties, mayonnaise, ketchup, cheese. I'm normally not a mayonnaise person, but so let me show you guys. Sorry about the lighting and all that. Nice soft bun. Go ahead and grab yourself some fries. Take a bite of that burger. So it's got mayonnaise, ketchup, 2 patties. Since it's the son of a Baconator, it's smaller patties, and then the bacon is in between there. Can you see? So, ooh, I'm hungry. Sorry about my setup here. Whoop. So guess what? I posted 2 videos, and I was saying how I couldn't find my screws to my kitchen table. Well, today I was unpacking more boxes, and I had to move the table because the table was kind of like in between boxes so that it wouldn't fall, and then the legs were sitting on top of boxes. So I'm unpacking more boxes, and then I had to move the legs out of the way. And guess what? The screws were screwed back into the legs. So but it uses an Allen wrench. So luckily I went in my toolbox, and I didn't have the Allen wrench from the table. That's in a bag somewhere. But luckily I had 2 Allen wrenches. The one didn't fit, but the other one did, thank goodness. So now my kitchen table I have the legs on it, but it's too heavy for me to lift up by myself. And I don't want to try to lift it and then like have the legs bust. So I'm going to have to wait until someone comes over to help me lift it. So that's why I'm still sitting here. The bad thing about here, and I didn't realize it when I did the walkthrough, this place is only 100 square feet smaller than my other house. But my other house was an open floor plan. As you guys saw, it was all open. Where this place is not. I had like no cabinet space here. And I didn't realize it when I did the walkthrough. I should have paid more attention. I only have 1 pull-out drawer in the kitchen, which is where my silverware goes. But I have no other drawers. Like, today I was just I would open the kitchen boxes And if it's stuff I don't use too often, I just put it in the basement for now because I'm going to have to figure something else out. But it was a long move. Sorry I was away so long. Of course, my nose is running. I have a tissue. Pardon me. I'm getting over a cold, kind of. It wasn't a bad one. But I was like all stuffy. Kind of like pressure in my head. But luckily, it didn't turn into my whole family, all my sisters, they all had a really bad, like during the week I was moving. And I was like, I better not get sick. Well, I feel like I got a little bit of it, but not full blown, thank goodness. We have my raspberry tea. So I'm going to try to tell you guys a little bit about the move. I got a 26-foot truck. Thinking, I mean, that was the biggest moving truck. I think like moving companies have bigger ones, but as far as like the ones you rent, 26 foot was the biggest. I thought all my stuff would fit in there. Even the guy at the place where I rented the truck from, he was like, oh, you'll be fine. This is really good. So, I had gotten a moving truck on Tuesday. Because, what date was that? 28th? Yeah, I think 28th. Got the moving truck on Tuesday the 28th. Had people helping me. That truck, the 26-foot truck, packed. And I still had stuff that needed to go. Like the whole basement was not even touched. So I couldn't get into this place until December 2nd. So the 26-foot truck, packed full, stored it at a friend's restaurant from the night of the 28th till December 2nd. But then I had to be out of my other place by the 30th because closing was on the 1st. So then I'm scrambling, and my one sister said, how about if you get a storage unit for the rest of the stuff and just rent another U-Haul and just take stuff to the storage unit? So I got a 10 by 15 storage unit, and I was like, oh, just the smallest like U-Haul truck. We should be able to get everything in that and take it to the storage unit one trip. Wrong. 4 trips. I should have just gotten a bigger U-Haul. It turned into, this moving was the worst move I've ever had in my entire life. I was so tired. Today is pretty much the first day I felt good, but I don't know if it's because I had a slight bit of that sickness. Like Friday, this past Friday, well, last Friday I should say, I slept pretty much all day on and off. Saturday I didn't do too much. You know, I would unpack here and there, but Friday, I don't know if I unpacked anything last Friday. I've just been trying to unpack a little bit of stuff as I can. Yesterday, I slept a lot yesterday too. So, this is really good. I have to admit, I might have to go to Wendy's more often. Um, so now I have this storage unit in the city that I used to live in, which is like an hour away. um, Last week was my last week of walking the dogs because it's too cold. I don't like the cold. The dogs don't like the cold. So my last day walking them, I drove to my storage unit, packed up what I could in my car. I needed my vacuum so bad, so I could vacuum this place. So I got my vacuums, my toolbox, but I still, in my storage unit, it's my entire basement from the old house, and then like odds and ends stuff. So I still can't find everything, which I think a lot of it, for instance, my TV in my bedroom, I have the TV, but I don't have the stand. So I think the stand is somewhere in my storage unit. That storage unit is packed. I was only going to rent it for this month, but I might have to rent it for a couple months. With the weather getting cold and snowy. I'm going to have to rent another U-Haul. I'm going to have to make sure it's a big one. That way everything fits in one trip. Everything in my storage unit fit in a U-Haul. And the bad thing is, it's snowing again. And my shovel is in the storage unit. So after I make this video, I may go to the store real quick. And I mean, it's already, I think it's like 9 o'clock. Yeah, definitely the worst move. Yeah, it's 8:51. Definitely the worst move ever. I told my family, like my past couple moves I hired movers, you know? But even movers, the prices compared to how they used to be are expensive. I remember when I was married, when we moved from one house to the next house, I think, and that was a full-size house that we rented and moved into another, even a bigger house. And we hired movers, and we had, I mean, a lot more stuff. And I think it was probably $1,100. But then after my divorce and I moved out of that house up to where I just moved from, I hired a moving company. I had everything packed. They just, you know, put it into the truck and brought it and then put it into the rooms and put stuff together. Like they put my bed together and all that, took it apart. And that was, I believe, $1,300, $1,400, something like that. And then, so that was about 5.5 years ago. So I was checking to see the prices, what they were now, and it would have been $1,700. It's expensive. I'm like, you know what? I can't. But I mean, I know inflation, but so I told my family, I should open like a savings account that I can't touch and just put like so much money in it and then just keep that for when I move. I think I'm only going to stay here for a year. Sebastian. Just because I will save some money living here. I do like the area, but when I did the walkthrough with the landlord, my current landlord, I asked him, like, it's a townhouse just like what I lived in before. I asked him how the walls were and if you can hear neighbors. Because my old house had firewall in between, and I lived at my other house 5.5 years. Five and a half years, never once heard my neighbors. Here, every single day, my neighbor gets home. I don't know if I can't tell if he's playing music or if it's a video game, but I hear the bass, because I take it they have a surround sound system. And as soon as I get home from work, for quite a few hours, all I hear is boom, 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 boom. So I'm not too happy about that. So these walls, I don't think my current landlord told me the truth about that. Because he was like, oh yeah, you won't hear anything. Yes, I do. Every single day. And I don't like that I don't have much cabinet space in the kitchen. No. My bedroom here is bigger than my other one. The master bedroom, master bathroom here is bigger than my other place. The basement here is bigger than the other place. My dining room's bigger than the other place. The kitchen's bigger, but it's just no cabinet space. I think they designed stuff a little. My laundry is down here. Where at my old house, it was on the second floor. My old house, my bathroom, or the master was on the first floor, where here all 3 bedrooms are upstairs. But I'm pretty sure I'm only gonna stay here a year. I'm just trying to think what I can do in the kitchen. Oh, the other thing I don't like about here is my other house had an oversized garage where this one doesn't. So at my other house, I had big shelving units, metal shelving units. I had 2 big ones in my garage, and then the other 2 were in my basement. I can't fit anything in this one except for my car. But I'm kind of hoping maybe I can buy a house next year. And in a way, I'm kind of glad. I am kind of glad that I live here, because now I know what I want when I buy a house, like I know things I definitely want. Cabinet space being one of them. Oversized garage being one of them, But all my shelving units are in my storage unit. So I think once I can get them here, I'm just gonna set them all up in the basement and then, you know, store stuff on those. I think in the kitchen I might eventually, when I can, just get like a wooden, what are they called? Like a wooden cabinet sort of in the kitchen. What are they called? I can't think of it. Basically a wooden shelf that has, some of them have pull out drawers, just so I have more storage. This is really good. Son of a Baconator. Wendy's. I kind of have to start all over with food and stuff. I gave the food I had in my fridge, including condiments and everything. Mayonnaise, mustard, ketchup, pickles, everything. I gave it all to my daughter. So tonight I went to the store